So we need to go and figure out what we're doing here because we want to compare these two time periods. So what I want to know is we have two times. We have Paleo, Neo. What is the definition of the Paleolithic age? Who can please help me out with what is the definition of the Paleolithic age? Let's get someone new. I've heard a lot from Maddox. I've heard a lot from Danny. I need someone brand new. I have not heard from Eker in days. So Eker, tell me, what does Paleolithic mean?
Stone Age times.
What Stone Age, though? New or old?
Old.
Exactly. Old stone, literally, is Paleolithic. Sehr gut. Now, what about Neolithic? Who can please give this to me? Can we hear from Mr. Pepper, Riley P? What does Neolithic mean?
New Stone Age.
New stone. Very good, very good. Okay, and now I recommend you guys having a sheet of paper and making a similar kind of organizer like this. It doesn't have to be at an angle or anything like that. Just we need to know that we have Paleolithic on one side, Neolithic on another. In fact, you can literally just go and like write it down on paper, or you could go like open a Word document. And here's a handy trick you can do. You can go to Insert Table and just be like, here, you got it. And on one side, you're going to go and put Paleolithic, and the other one put Neolithic. See how easy that is? And then you could just go make some bullets, and we know that the definition is old stone, and we know the definition here is new stone, and then we could start going and having some of the things about them. It's up to you how you want to do it. So you can do it on paper. You can use your notebook. Yeah. I mean, I'd have a notebook for history, but so you can do it on Word if you want to do it. You can do it on paper, but you probably do want to take some sort of notes with that. Okay. Now, where did people live in our old Stone Age, in our Paleolithic age? Where did they? What kind of places they live, Karen?
They lived in caves.
In caves. And what else would they live in, Jackie? Besides caves, they'd also sometimes live in what?
Tents.
Exactly. Caves and tents. Very good. Now, what about in our Neolithic times? Where did people live? Where did people live in our Neolithic times? Let's go with Kadir.
What's the question?
Where did people live during the Neolithic times?
Houses.
Yeah, permanent structures. Very good. Houses. Very good. It's Blankskis. What is up with that? Had my color turned to something weird? No, I don't want a shape. I just want... Oh my goodness. This is a disaster, Mr. Kenny's class. I totally blame Maddox for hacking me here. Why is my color? How do I change my color in here? Maddox, what have you done to me? What have you done? Right, I think I got it now. Yes. Houses. Very good. He says he did nothing, but I don't know. How did people get food during our Paleolithic time? How did they get food during our Paleolithic time, Ivan?
Hunting.
Hunting and what, Ivan?
Gathering?
Yeah, exactly. Hunting and gathering. Then, what about in our Neolithic time? How did people get food for that? How did people get food in the Neolithic time, Eliza?
They farmed.
Farming. Good. How else? How else, Con? Besides farming, how else did they get food?
Trading.
Trading, sure. What else, Adelina?
Raising animals.
Yeah, domesticated animals. And hunting and gathering. Remember, they're not going to stop hunting and gathering. They're just going to have other ways of getting food, too. All right. Now, this is kind of weird. How did they use animals? How did they use animals back then? Zoe, in the Paleolithic times, how did they use animals?
In the Paleolithic times, they actually just hunted animals.
Exactly. Yeah, they only used them for hunting. Kadir, is that a question, sir? Or is that from before? I can't tell.
That was from before.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sometimes I can't tell. Like it pops up and then like stays up and then disappears and then comes back sometimes. What about in our Neolithic times? How did people use animals? What about that, Khan?
They used them to help farming.
Yep, so they used them for work, for farming. Very good. And we have to use a fancy word to describe that. It starts with a D. What is it?
Me?
Yeah.
Domestic.
Yes, domestication. So use them to help with farming and more. Good. Let's see if I can see if this will. Good. We've got that. Now, how did people live together during our Paleolithic time? Starts with the T word. They were all in a bunch of what? Evelyn?
Tribes.
Yeah. People lived in small tribes and were what? That's a word. Starts with an N. Happies? What were the people? What were the people? Happies? Exciteds? No excited. What was it there, Shania? They were no sillies. Want to help her out, Kirthana?
Nomads.
Yeah, and we're nomads. Whereas now, in our Neolithic time, people lived in what? People lived in what, Alexander? Where do they live in, Maddox?
What was the question again?
So during Neolithic time, what did people live in?
They lived in houses.
Houses, just by themselves, one lone house?
No, they lived in communities.
Yeah, in towns and communities. Good. All right. So we see kind of, this is our organizer that we're making. Your assignment that you're going to be working on today and tomorrow, so if you don't finish today, it's okay because it might take a little while, is going to be kind of similar to this. So what we have here is we have it broken up into what the different aspects of life. So when we go to our page and you look at your assignment for today, which is going to be our Neolithic Revolution comic, you're going to see that you are going to basically be creating this in a Google slide or on a sheet of paper. You're going to want to tell me the answers to these questions in text, and then you want to have a picture to go with it. I kind of started that a little bit with this thing with having pictures, but because of how slow things are going in time, I couldn't get enough pictures in. So for each of these questions, you're going to basically have the answer and a picture to represent it. So that's what we're going to be working on for tomorrow. Now, the class went a little bit longer than I anticipated. I thought we'd have more time to go, but that's okay. You guys did a good job and you participated a lot, so I appreciate you all. So, Maddox, what's your question, sir?
That was for the last. That was for the last
Oh, okay.
question. It's just been sitting there. I don't know why.
Oh, it happens. So then, I want you guys to have a wonderful day. Go on to your next class. I think you have 5 minutes before your next class starts, and I'll see you all.
Mr. Kenny, what were you going to say? You froze.
I'm sorry, what?
And this is still recording.
Oh, oops. Thanks for telling me that. Oops, very sorry. All right, now I'm done recording. So, au revoir, ding dong day, auf Wiedersehen.